Hi, I'm Vicky.
I'm Phil.
And we put out a video a couple of weeks ago about a trip we did to West Midlands Safari Park. And after that, we wanted to do a bit of a summary to tell you how they went. But this one had some surgery done on his teeth. So you've not been well enough to do it, have you?
No.
So we thought we'll take a couple of minutes today. We've kind of written up a couple of bits. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I'm disabled. I've got some chronic illnesses. And during the trip, if you've looked at the video, we'll put it in the description. So if you haven't, go and have a look at it. I apologise now, it is quite long. But it's worth it, even if it's just to see me on the pirate ship. It's totally worth it.
There is timestamps on the video as well, so you can jump around. And if you remember, you can put it up there.
On top of my head.
It's up there.
Yeah, on top. Oh, hang on. Wait. On
that
top.
Way.
By Oliver. By Oliver.
That way. Over there.
Over there.
You could put it up there if you remember.
So yeah, we've started this channel. Oh my god, sound like a YouTuber. I'm disabled. When we do trips, the amount of times we've kind of just gone, oh, I wish, we could see what it's like to be disabled and plus size going to these places. So we were kind of like, it's about time someone did it, so I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So we went last year just before Christmas. And so when you go, I don't know if they're still doing the offer, but sometimes they give you a free ticket to go back. It wasn't a PR or ad, I wish. So it actually didn't cost us anything to get admission to the safari park. And we did get prices for your reference, but these change. What I did is literally went on the website and got prices for next Friday. So for an adult to go into the safari park, it'd be £25. For a child, it'd be £20. Under 3 years old, it's free. For someone who's over 65, it's £22. And for students, if you've got the correct ID, it's £22. What they do is if you are disabled and need a carer, like Phil has to be the carer for me, that's free. What we also do when you're in the safari park and in the theme park as well, you can feed some of the animals, and for £4 you can get food. We always have a giggle, we always do it. The animals are greedy and they like the food, so we always get the food. They do offer a guidebook for £5, but we've never got that, have we?
No, we never bothered with the guidebook. And very much, these prices it's half term next week in the UK. Well, yeah, most likely you're going to be in the UK if you're watching this, but it's half term next week. Outside of half term, they've been doing like a 20% discount, hence prizes can be all over the place.
Yes, that's one of the tips I'd say. Book online first. You have to do it anyway because of the coronavirus, but kind of have a look, see what prices are better. And that's one of the things I'd say. You have to book to go in anyway. We'll discuss it a bit later, but when you want to go to the theme park, you can actually get those tickets while you're there. That's what we did because we weren't sure what we were going to do. But it's better. You have to. You do, don't you? You have to book it to go to the safari park. You have to book online first. When you first, if you watch my video, you see that you literally drive up to the car park. There's some toilets on the right, and those are the ones we usually use. First entrance on the left, that's where the disabled parking is. They have a lot of disabled spots. It's pretty close to the entrance to the theme park and where the other animals are, and then it's pretty close to get into the actual safari park. Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't open when we were there, but sometimes they have near the toilets, which is a bit weird, a little place where you can sit. They have some kiosk stands open where you can get some burgers, you can get some drinks. It wasn't open when we went, but I think in the summer, especially when we went last year, September time, it was open. The way we like to do our trips to the safari park is we start by going into the safari park. You can start by going into the attractions and then going to the park, like the theme park side. But we actually like having a look around the safari, and then we can go into the park later. For this day, we kind of drove up, had a stretch because we're old and we need to stretch.
Had a stretch and had a very quick bite to eat, like a sandwich.
Because once you're in the safari park, you can't stop. You can't get out and have a stretch. It's kind of once you're in there, you're in there. So that's why you kind of you need to prepare yourself before you get in there. Also, obviously, there's no toilets in there. It is literally you're in there. You're in there till you finish. There are lots of zookeepers in there. So if there are any problems, they're in the cars. They're looking after you. They're looking after the animals.
Should you have issues with your car, especially in the carnival bit, do not open your window.
No.
Sound your horn, put your hazards on, as long as you have electrics. That will raise attention to you, and the keepers will come to you. They have a procedure that they follow to get you out. It may involve you leaving your car behind until they can sort out and get another vehicle to you. Do notify if you are disabled to them, and if you're going to need assistance to transfer, because I have read up that they can, if need be, bring out the Safari Tours minibus to transfer you, to get you out of a area.
The only animals that will be around you really are the lions. The cheetahs are behind a fence. At the moment, because they're going to move them. I say only. There's actually quite a lot, isn't there? the white lions seem to like to be far away.
All the animals that you can feed obviously will come up to you.
Yes.
The giraffes,
and it's fun. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to feed them. You can just look at them. We've got videos of Phil feeding animals, me feeding them. If they don't want the food, they will not take the food. They're not a huge fan of the hand sanitizer. So what we kind of do is we sanitize our hands and then we kind of leave it for a bit, and then because we need to protect the animals just as much as we're protecting ourselves. So yeah, it's a really fun trip. The roads aren't that great. I struggle with pain, and I must admit, if I was having a really bad pain day, I wouldn't want to go. I'd have to be in my best condition to be able to cope with the roads. They are getting better in there, aren't they? They do seem to have done some work on them.
They're doing some work on them. The worst bit is the climb up at the old elephant enclosure, which is now where the camels are. There is a really nasty bit actually coming up the hill to get out.
We love it. We really enjoy going. And especially with coronavirus. Like, we've both had our first vaccine. We're getting our second vaccine next week. But like when things were really bad last year and there was very little things we could do, just pop into the safari. It was just something we felt safe doing.
Well, yeah, it's safe to do because at the end of the day, you're in your car.
You're in your car. So, yeah, we've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's one of those, you don't have to go into the main park. You can just drive around the safari. You can drive around as many times as you want. If you really want to, you can come out the exit and just go straight back into the entrance and go around again.
We haven't done that.
No, we haven't.
No.
We haven't.
I'm sure someone has, but we haven't. So you finished your time at the safari. You've had fun. You fed the giraffes. You've seen the baby rhino. A minute for the baby rhino.
And the elephants.
And the elephants. Oh, I love them so much. And then if you've seen the random employee with the umbrella just sitting there. Again, look out for the video for that one.
There is worse jobs in the world than sitting out under an umbrella watching elephants all day.
Well, yeah. Video. So what we usually do is we head back to the car park, have a stretch, and then we try to get as close to the entrance of the main attraction, main park, and then that's when my little truck comes out, which I still haven't named. I had an old wheelchair which was called Barney the Purple Wheelchair. It was epic. Dino chair.
It was purple.
It wasn't the wheelchair, it was the dino chair. Oh, my brain today.
I guessed it was purple.
Yeah. It was. Oh, I'm wearing dinosaurs today in honour of it. Not really, I just like this top.
Well, I'm wearing explosives.
Talking of wheelchairs, you can hire them from there. There's no cost, you just have to... you've got
to give over a driving licence or a bank card as your security that you're going to bring the chair back.
Book in advance. That's my little clap to remind you. Especially in busy times, you can risk it and show up and see if they've got one. But yeah, book in advance. The
important thing to remember, quiet days. Where you pick up the wheelchair is at the assistance desk, which is to the left-hand side of the welcome sign. If you're not quite sure, you'll see a sign about buying the season tickets. It's the same office where you get your season tickets and things like that from. During quiet days, that office is closed. So what you have to do is, if you're standing in front of it looking at it, spin a 180 and you'll see the main site office. It's right by the entry gates. That's like the main central offices for the safari. Head over to there and speak to the people at the desk there.
So I was wondering where my fan was because I'm like, oh, it's warm.
You can't have a fan on.
No, my actual fan.
Could open the window.
Yeah. It is so warm. It's glorious. We love it, but Wow, that made such a difference. So we've talked about the wheelchairs. So you walk into the entrance and they've done a one-way system. So one way in, one way out. You have got all the shops on one side and all the shops on the other side. So they get you on both sides. Pretty much on the first side you've got all the food shops. Not his waffles. R.I.P. to his waffles. They'll come back, don't worry.
Disgraceful behaviour.
You keep walking through, absolutely fine for someone who's in a wheelchair. It is a little bit far, so if you are on a crutch, if you are difficult with walking, either, looking to hiring a mobility aid or just, take your time. There are some seats in the park, but I personally couldn't do it. That's why we looked into mobility aids at the time. First one you will see is the penguins. We love the penguins. The penguins are awesome. And my sister loves the penguins as well. Apparently we did not put enough footage of the penguins in. I would like to say I was on a phone call with her at the time and left it to him to film them.
You were video chatting her, showing her the penguins, and so we didn't have the audio.
It's fine. When we were there are a lot of indoor attractions. While we were there, I think everything was still closed, wasn't it? All the pubs were closed.
Indoors of things were closed.
So at the time, all the indoor attractions were closed. But I think now they're open, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because we got to go in December, or one of them, to go in. You can feed some of the birds. I am really afraid of spiders, so I don't go in because you have to go through the insects to get to the aquarium and all those sort of ones. Yeah. With the birds, you go down a hill. It's all on the flat again, but you do go down a hill. And some of the hills are quite steep. The other ones that are around there is a sea lion show. We've only done the sea lion show once and it rained the whole time. They do have disabled seating, which is completely off to one side. Plenty of space. We had quite a good view, didn't we?
Yeah, it was off to one side.
Yeah. It's kind of disabled seating and where all the pushchairs are left.
Yeah. I mean, the secondary keeper for the Sea Lion show will get people to put their pushchairs up the back.
Yeah, you're not like surrounded by them. You have your own space. One of the other things they have on offer is it's called the Ice Age exhibition. What would you call that?
Ice Age Trail.
Trail, thank you. Which leads into a dinosaur trail. Dinosaurs. I have done both, and both of them are a struggle. I enjoyed them. I love going around them. The first one we did on a wheelchair, which hurt because the ground is like soil. There's a little bit of rocks, not a lot.
Gritty soil, and the chair was biting in.
Yeah.
So trying to do turns was difficult, and you were feeling every bump, especially the chairs definitely. You borrow, they're solid tyres.
Yeah.
And so every last bump was going straight through you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Worth it to see the dinosaurs, anything with dinosaurs, but you definitely feel it. And the same happened when I was on my truck. There were people around us, but they were quite respectful. We didn't go on the Monday we went because we actually were quite late to the park that day. I had quite a bad morning, so we didn't leave till quite late.
Plus the heavy rain that was making us slow down.
Rained. So to be honest, we'd done them before. So it wasn't like we were like, oh, we need to go. But it's worth having a look, especially if you have children who love the Ice Age films. They're very educational, and then you get to see the dinosaurs afterwards. So just be wary though that, like, even on a scooter, I felt everything. And then in the wheelchair as well, I did. But they do try their best. It is all flat. And then you come out, and again, it's up a little bit of a hill.
When you say all flat, you mean there's no steps?
No steps.
There is bits where you'll have little crests you need to go up.
Yeah.
And
it goes from the
bridges and things like that to go around the place.
That's literally what I was about to say. It goes from the grit pavement, couldn't speak then, to bridges. So yeah, sorry. When I say it's flat, I mean like there's no steps. There's no curbs that you have to find a way up. It's just they try to keep it as level as possible in that area. When you come out of the dinosaurs,
there's a gift shop.
There is a gift shop. I bought a dinosaur balloon, which I still have. I think you bought me that for my birthday, didn't you? It was like a little joke present, which I still have. So yeah, there's some amusement park games that you can play. There's like a stand where they bring out like insects and stuff, isn't there? We've never done it.
Yeah, there's like a lizard show or something that you can go and watch. The
toilets in this part of the park are actually down a hill, and it's quite steep. So I've never tried to make it. That's in a wheelchair, in my scooter, because I've always been a bit worried I won't be able to get back up. When you go a bit further, as if you're trying to get to the park, the theme park, there's actually a dinosaur-themed restaurant. They have a disabled toilet. When you start going down to the theme park, they're more easily accessible. And then, you start going through the massive... You get to the massive hill, which goes down to the theme park. Do you want to put in a little clip of that hill? Or are you just going to leave this chatting?
Don't know. Depends how lazy I am in the edit.
Now you may see me going down that hill, or you'll see us carrying on talking because he's lazy.